We currently have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to use the state ARPA fiscal recovery dollars to address our housing crisis, as well as to set up the state for a brighter future. With that, I call on you to reach out to all of your elected officials, including your state representatives and senators, and ask them to prioritize housing.
We're actually talking about investing in people so that they can live in those homes that are closer to jobs and opportunities, so that grandparents can live closer to their grandchildren, so that our communities can grow and thrive.
And there are so many tools at our disposal. Just in the past few years, across the state, we've seen communities saying yes to affordable housing through the adoption of inclusionary zoning, affordable housing trust funds, the Community Preservation Act, and accessory dwelling unit bylaws. We have the solutions, so now is the time to act.
Here in Massachusetts, we're known for our many innovations, and we should all be proud that housing acquisition strategies is among them. With the launching of the Commonwealth Builder Program, housing production in Boston and the 26 gateway cities will start to address the racial homeownership gap. With smart design, construction, and operation techniques, we can drive costs down and improve sustainability.
Preserving and sustaining what we have achieved is the real success of that achievement. That's why investing in rehabilitation of existing homes is just as important as creating new ones. Let's work together towards a future where every home in Massachusetts is lead-free, energy efficient, climate resilient, accessible, and safe. Let's work towards a future where a home is not a threat to well-being, but simply a space for us to thrive and grow.
Massachusetts is already a leader when it comes to investing in home. We're one of only a few states with our own public housing. We can't afford to lose this precious resource. We also must create more supportive housing. Supportive housing serves some of our most vulnerable residents, including individuals and families experiencing homelessness, seniors, persons with disabilities, or other complex medical needs. Supportive housing provides the services necessary for these residents to remain safe and healthy in their homes.
We know that homeownership is a fantastic tool for creating wealth and financial opportunity, but generations of racial discrimination at nearly every stage of the home buying process have kept that tool out of the hands of so many. That's why we need to be as intentional today in targeting homeownership opportunities at those who've been left out, so we can begin to redress the racial discrimination and harm that's been done.
Latino and African American families continue to have the lowest homeownership rates in our state and across the country. Let's continue our work together to give access to these buyers to affordable mortgage products, home buyer education, and homeownership opportunities in their communities.
As the eviction and foreclosure moratoriums come to an end, thousands of households in Massachusetts are at risk of losing their home. State and federal governments have made resources available through emergency housing assistance payments. Though there are many out there unaware that this assistance is there, need help applying, or just have questions. This is why we at CHAPA feel it is essential to support and connect through funding made available through ARPA, community-based organizations on the ground, deeply connected to their communities, to help spread this message that this funding is out there, build the trust, and keep people housed. We also feel it is vital to have a right to counsel so that those tenants that are facing eviction have the legal support they need to remain in their homes.
All these investments will help in promoting fair housing in all of our communities, to eliminate housing discrimination and promote open and welcoming communities throughout the state. Our charge is to make a difference in people's lives, expand their housing choices so that they can build intergenerational wealth and have the tools and resources to do so. What we do now determines the commonwealth we will live in and thrive in, and is an opportunity for everyone to benefit in the shared vision. We have the capacity and the collective strength to build pathways to equity and inclusion and sustainability to affirmatively further fair housing. The solution and momentum is on our side.
We've created a toolkit that you can use to reach out to your legislators and ask them to invest $1.6 billion of these ARPA funds in housing. Because right now, housing is the single best investment we can make across the state in every community to secure the future we all want.
CHAPA was born from the civil rights movement 54 years ago. And over those 54 years, we have all worked together to achieve some amazing things. We helped to create Chapter 40B, the state's own rental subsidy program, the state's low-income housing tax credit. We've helped to pass numerous bond bills, and we continue to advocate for funding our critical housing programs. Tonight, we are asking you to join us together once again to advocate for these important, critical investments coming from the federal government into our Massachusetts affordable housing programs so that together we can build an equitable, affordable, accessible, and sustainable future. Thanks once again.